What if you and I can collaborate on a project that is mutually beneficial to both of us? A project dealing with real people and where we can have a mutually advantage in helping one another. What if I was not interested solely in what's in it for me, and you're not interested only in how much information you can extract from me so you can go elsewhere to do business? What if you and I have a mutual advantage in connecting with one another and helping one another? I have something valuable to share with you, and I think would be of value to you. And I've already acquired or perhaps achieved a certain degree of, comfortability in this platform. And now I'm in a position to basically pay it forward and give back. You can leverage my connection and knowledge in this platform, and you wouldn't have to start from scratch and basically leverage where I've been, and I can help you reach up. Assuming, of course, this is something that you might find interesting, let me introduce you to the two companies involved. All the information needed to make a decision would be in the link or through the playlist, the Cashflow NFT, Miracle Cash, and more playlist on my channel. Although this is not financial advice, I'm not providing legal, tax, or financial advice. This is entertaining the idea of the possibility of working together in a collaboration that might be mutually beneficial socially, or even um, in terms of the collaborating our efforts together, where I couldn't do what I want to do without your help, and you certainly could leverage my foreknowledge in this platform. So that's the idea. This is not financial advice. We're not talking about you making a lot of money, and if this is something that you can see the potential for you to participate, then I can direct you to resources where you can do your due diligence, and perhaps we can take it from there. Good. I'm introducing you to two companies. One is Cashflow NFT because during the presentation we're talking about both, but it's not necessarily described in detail. It's described to whet your appetite and for you to seek for more information later. Simply put, Cashflow NFT is the first platform to offer micro investment along with digital asset and a club membership, all wrapped up into one community of potential millionaires who become millionaires in the Millionaire Club. So that will be explained later. We've introduced the coolest asset-backed NFT platform. An NFT, you can call it a digital collectible or a non fungible token. So what does the company do? Cashflow NFT is a company that acquires assets and tokenizes them. We work on behalf of investors to basically digitize or tokenize the assets of a physical company that has real world delivery services, 9 delivery services that the customer can interact with the company that we're talking about, Miracle Cash. Cashflow NFT is a marketing company. Miracle Cash and More is a company that basically provides the services that allow Cashflow NFT to come in and say, oh, okay, I see what you're doing. You're focusing on the products and services. Let us help you build an investor community. I happen to be a happy investor in this project, and I'm in the process of perhaps trying to discover like-minded people who like to have fun, likes to learn and research, and if you make a few bucks doing it, so be it. So I've achieved a certain degree of success in this platform, and now I'm in the process of giving back, and this is where our collaboration comes from. Now, the price tag of the NFT may make it out of reach for most people. The average mom and pop, the average person may not have the ability to participate. But every single person, you and I, we know people who has the ability to communicate, and you can be the liaison to help a person who may have not known about the opportunity had it not been from you. And of course, I would know you if you didn't stumble upon this on wherever social platform that I put it. And because this is a mutually beneficial collaboration, I am taking on an educational role, and you're taking on the potential entrepreneur looking for an opportunity, and where you have uh, a mutual interest. We can basically join forces to help one another. I help you, and I get to know people you know who can benefit from this project. And understanding that, this is where we're going. Anyways, through my channel, you can learn all about that. There's been 29 videos so far about the two of them. Uh, but let me just give you a quick breakdown on Miracle Cash, which is a servicing company that makes that legitimize the NFT and therefore give it meaning. Visit miraclecash.com where you learn about the services, the company that provides the product that Cashflow NFT digitizes or tokenizes in form of a digital collectible or an NFT or a non fungible token. Basically, you can be in either camp. You could be the investor camp, or you could be in a customer camp. You're not interested in making money. You're not interested in investment, but you're interested in become a customer of the company that provides the service. You can do both. Simply visit miraclecash.com. Under About Us, you will see this campaign. Scroll down and do all your due diligence and in order to qualify for this promo. This promo ends until May 31st. Okay, so you basically in the first 19 day of this promo, and there's plenty of time for you to take advantage of it. In the meantime, you can actually see where we have physical stores. We have stores in Amsterdam, stores about to open in Germany, Turkey, France, Spain, stores already open and about to open more in Cyprus, and stores coming in UK, and 4 additional countries that later that we will have an exposure to basically broaden our sphere of influence. But today, I want to bring you to the idea of increasing the, well, you could call it investor outreach, which is where I come in. We provide the ability to come in and acquire the NFT through cash flow. Through the cash flow NFT, let's see. Okay, so you participate and acquire an NFT yourself if you have the ability. Assuming, of course, you do not have the ability, but you also know people in the crypto space that can benefit from this ecosystem. So don't let your ability or inability to participate be a barrier of entry. So in this case, if you're able to come in here and help us sold out, or you can sell uh, 10 NFTs or $50,000 in value, you become a 1 star. You help 3 people do exactly what you did, and you become a 2 stars. Oh, by the way, A one star receive one share. Every month, the company tally a certain proportion of the profit generated from profit coming from different or 9 delivery channels, including online, offline, through the stores, through the electronic vending machine or AVM, through the virtual terminal or physical POS terminal. Either way, you basically help the delivery channel earn revenue, not you per se, but the store generate revenue, and a certain percentage of the revenue is shared with us, who are basically helping in the investor acquisition part of it. So you receive one share by you participate and basically help sell $50,000 worth of the non fungible token. And then all you have to do is do share and educate with three people who do exactly um, what you just did. Each one find $50,000 in volume in three separate lines, uh, or three separate trees for you to receive 5 shares. Simply, you become a 3 stars to get 10 shares if you help the people who become 1 star to become 2 stars with coaching and mentoring. We can help the people who did what you did at first, sell $50,000 worth of volume, and then that's 1 star. 2 stars get three people who replicate the same activity, and now to become a 3 star, we help those three people from graduating from 1 star to 2 stars. That makes you a 3 stars. Simply, it's a very simple project. It's like climbing up the stairs, and then it works with three, the same three or a different set of three. uh, you know you receive 25 shares as a 4 star. You help your 1 star become 2 stars, your 2 stars become 3 stars. Now, as a result of you educating three people who graduate from 3 stars, you now earn 25 shares, and become your 4 stars. Simply replicate this one more time. Help your 3 stars become 4 stars, and then you increase the share to the final cap at 50 shares. It's very, very, very simple. And where I can help you is basically to break it down, because you're probably watching this for the first time and you're like, oh, it doesn't make any sense. Anyway, so there are two tier involved. You come in and sell 10 NFTs to either 10 different people. Um, you come in, and you come in your first day, you're a little bit confused, and you're trying to learn the difference between the two companies involved, and you realize, okay, so there's an NFT, there's a non fungible token, a digital asset that has the potential for profit in the future. And then you begin sharing the idea. As you share the idea, some people might get 2 NFTs, some people might get one, some people might get five, some people might get two, some people might get zero. They come in, or some people might get three and then share. So what you need is to first educate the ideas to your first frontline first tier. And once you have a total of 50,000 in value, which right now at the current present value, the NFT is 5,000. So 5K per NFT, and every time an NFT is purchased by someone, you earn 10% on the total sale. If someone get two, you get 500. Someone get five, then you get 2,500. Um, and someone get one or someone get two, you get 1,000. So basically, once you are able to sell 50,000 in volume, now you become a 1 star for one share. Very nice. Now, chances are you're not the only one who sees this as an opportunity. You probably will find among the people that you share with, some of them also might want to share with other people. So in this case, if you're able to identify out of all these people you share with, three will do exactly what you did. At this point, you're looking at working with your second tier. So your second tier would be those people who acquires NFTs, and you might find either from your first, second tier, or multi-tier and below, three people who acquires or sells 50,000 in volume just like you did. To the degree that you can have three separate lines, repeat the same thing you did. First, you come in, you share with people you know, people who are in the crypto space, who are interested in making money, who are interested in passive cash flow. And then if $50,000 in volume you create, then you become a one star for one share. And then you help in your sharing and coaching and educating. You might find on the second or third tier or below three people who basically did or do or will do what you did. If you can do that, then you can participate in a star system, because once you get through second generation and below, then the commission tier will be cut off. And so there would be no motivation to help someone who might be interested. And to help with the continuous growth of investor acquisition, then we introduce the STAR program. Again, the purpose of the STAR program is to create unlimited level of coaching and mentoring to as many people as possible, to not solely concerned about making the 5 or 10% commission and then let it go, because the community cannot survive or grow if there is only a two. Because people who are coming here to make money, they would have no interest in helping somebody in 3, 4, 5 tier below. So you become a one star if you can help sell $50,000 worth of NFT. And for each NFT, present day value at 5,000, then you may find someone who got 10 NFT, some can get 5, and you can have, there are multiple ways, and it's accumulative, okay? It's not on a calendar month. You can do it in 1 week, you can do it in a few hours, you can do it in 6 months. Basically, as you launch this project, you talk to as many people as possible in a very short possible time. Even better yet, as you're examining this concept, you getting as many eyeballs to investigate this with you. So in other words, you don't look at it by yourself. You have 7, 10, 20, 100 people look at this, because if anybody look at it and participate into getting an NFT, for every one NFT that you sell, that's $500. So you could say, well, this is a $500 commission. So what does it take? Send a text, send a phone, make a phone call, send an email, exposure to as many people as possible, because that's $500 in commission for each person. So somebody may get 10, you may find 5 people, two who get 2 each. Basically, you sell $50,000 in volume. At this point, now you receive a one share. In the beginning, it's not going to be a lot, because as the company expands, Mako Cash makes more money. They consolidate a certain portion of their profit to pay the people who help to grow the investor community. The share might be very interesting pretty soon, not to basically promote how much that will be, because that's not the point. The point is to position yourself for when this thing really uh, start taking place, for you to be well positioned. So before I leave that page, you become a 2 star, I mean a 1 star, when you help as many people acquire an NFT. And these are all first tier opportunity, and there's no limit to how many first tier people you can have. And as you're identifying people in your first tier, and the goal then is to leverage the power of community subcell building. You become a one star if you can sell $50,000 in volume in your front line. Okay, and your star participation, it's 1 to 5. You can become a 3 star. I mean a 2 star. You can become a 3 star, 4 star, and 5 star. So look at it this way, because I like to see it in terms of visual. Okay, which is a repetition in multiple ways for you to get the picture. You start looking at this thing and you like what you see. You consolidate all your front lines from your phone, your email, you contact as many people and you share this idea with them. And as soon as you generate 50,000 in volume from your first tier, not only that you make $500 per NFT purchase, and there's no limit to how many frontline people you have. And so as you share, you become a 1 star once you have $50,000 in volume frontline, first tier. To become a 2 star, simply repeat the process 3 times in 3 separate lines. So what you're looking at here is a one is a 2 star example, but this is a 1 star example. And once you do this 2 more times, then you become a 3 stars. I mean, a 2 stars, because you have three $50,000 volume separate lines for 2 stars, and you receive 5 shares. Now, you're not gonna make this thing. You're not gonna get there by yourself. Obviously, you're new. You still have to understand how to structure and how to help. And because you won't discriminate on how many people you share and let people either see it or don't see it. And as a 2 star, you can become a 3 stars and receive 10 shares if you then generate 3 lines of 2 stars. Remember, a 2 star is someone who has 3 separate lines, with each line has 50,000 in volume. So technically, you have you help your 2 stars become 3 stars. Each 3 stars have exactly the same volume, and you do that 3 times, you become a 4 stars. Anyways, that's the visual part of it, which will make sense to you later. I'm probably, like everything, over analyzing this, which can be a confusion for you. But because this is repeated in so many different ways, uh, it will make sense to you eventually. And in my low key nature, with repetition, by the time you're done with this video, you have an idea what this is. And that's the idea. And in one sitting, you can have a clear understanding what the STAR program is. So, you become a 2 star OGs and receive 5 shares when you, as a 2 star original gopher, identify 3 people in separate lines, 3 separate people in separate lines who've done exactly what you did. And the first thing you did when you look at it, you do a massive marketing blitz. Share as many people as possible. And as long as you can generate 50,000 in volume in your front line or first tier, you become a 1 star for 1 share. And a 2 star is simply someone who replicates the same activity 2 more times. And then that's how you're able to have a 2 star organization. Each person among So because remember, you could be sharing for like 1, 2, 3, 15 people or more, and not be able to not be able to find. That's why it's important to know, share, cast a broad net, and then you will find a good fish. And all you need is three good, three good fish, and you basically help to replicate the process. Remember, a 1-star is someone who sells 50,000 in value. A 2-star is someone who finds then 3 people who did exactly what a 1-star does. So your first step is to become a 1-star, sell 50,000, and then find 2 more people, 3 people who do what you did, and basically that makes you a 2-star. At this point, you have 3 1-star. Each 1-star earns 1 share, and you are now at 5 shares. Repetition is a beautiful thing because it helps to clarify things as we repeat. Simply put, keep the power of 3, help your 1-star become 2-star. That makes you a 3-star. So you have 3 2-stars in your group, and then now you increase your share. Imagine the share, say $2,500. It could be $100. You get that 5 times. That could make a car payment if you're getting that on a regular basis. And as the company profit increases, so also is your share value increases. Simply because you take a non-selfish view at sharing. How do you become a 4-star? You help coach and mentor your 2-stars to become 3-stars. You'll do that. So this is not going to be like a walk in the park because you have to coordinate now with 3 different teams. That involves you coaching, and in addition to getting your mentors' support in educating people. So it's not going to be a walk in the park because each NFT costs 5,000. That's the first roadblock to overcome. Do you find people who have the ability to acquire an NFT, and then help them to also grow the community if they don't have the ability? So you have the ability, you participate in addition to sharing. You don't have the ability, you still share, and then to increase your potential of you also acquire an NFT. That's how you become a 4-stars. Simply help your 2-stars become 3-stars. Then to become a 5-stars, and you receive now 50 shares, all you have to do, help your 3-stars graduate to 4-stars each, and then you become a 5-star and receive 50 shares. Now, obviously, this is where we all need to be. But I also, as I'm making this video and realizing how the difficulty of it, which is why it does require some degree of collaboration between you and I. So we have 2 different goals. One goal is to basically help to grow the customer acquisition for microcash in order for them to basically increase the company's bottom line, because more customers, more eyeball, more purchases, more fees, which basically benefits the investors who participate in the NFTs. As at the same time, as more people participate in the investor acquisition part of it, and between the profit taking from the miracle cash increasing in customer acquisition, and the investor relation is also increasing. So there's cash flow to do additional acquisition, additional partnership, marketing. So it's all a beautiful collaboration, which is why we need both a massive infusion of customers and also a healthy dose of investors to participate. And as we focus on both of those at the same time, I do not want to assume the profit potential, but you're a reasonably intelligent person. You can understand the beneficial, not to mention the relationship you get to build as you get to know more people. Basically, simply put, you know people I don't know, and I've already been at a place where you may want to consider being. At that point, at this point, I'm a 2-star. It's not so much important to me what the profit margin is for a 2-star on a monthly basis. What's important is that I'm in a position to start thinking of giving back, because it's no longer about making money anymore. It's about how many people can I help. So since I know that it might be difficult for you to think outside your ability, if for some reason that you do not have a self-concept of abundance, and you may see, oh my goodness, an NFT, the price, I cannot afford that, and therefore you shut down and don't even share with other people. The key to success is collaboration, one person helping one another. Nobody succeeds alone, but you will certainly do fail alone. A recipe for failure is to think that this is not for you because the price tag is too high for the NFT. And as a result, chances are well, if you think that way, you probably don't know people who have the ability to do so, or even if you do, you've already assumed for them they won't participate because of the price tag, simply because your self-concept about money is poor and you project that on other people. But if you have an abundance, growth-oriented philosophy, oh, great. I'm not in a position right now to participate, but I might know people who can. So I'm going to share. And every time I share with somebody, that's 10% of the purchase come to you. And if they know someone who participate, that's 5%. So technically, you could say for every person, there's a 15% commission if they only go one tier. 10% from their purchase and 5% from anyone they purchase. Now, you don't know who they know. How about we put aside the psychological barrier and try to help people for the sake of thinking of how can I help you? I have an opportunity I'm looking at. It may or may not be for you, but it's to your best interest to take a look at it. As we look at it together, perhaps you may see something in it I don't see, or you may see a flaw or a benefit that I may not be able to see. For someone who thinks that they cannot afford an NFT, of course, the first and most important poverty-minded flaw is that they cannot afford it, and therefore there goes their social pattern. And chances are, you're hanging out with chicken, you're gonna be one of them. And if you think that you can afford it, you're going to assume other people cannot, rather than, oh, this is great. I need to do what I can to participate. In the meantime, let me share. Anyways, I've made several other videos depicting my method so far. So this is just another one of them because I'm not sure exactly which video might appeal to you. So I'm saying the same thing in different ways. And perhaps one of them will make sense to you. If that is you and you're continuing, or perhaps you're interested in continuing this dialogue, let's take it to the next level. First, reach out to me. Let's get you started and let's get you educating other people. And I can help you get to at least level 1.